Testing, testing. Cool beans, man. Okay, let's see. Let's see now what is going on. Ah, sweet bananas. All right. So Vegas regular, you can hear me well and you can hear me good, and there are no issues. None whatsoever. Is that correct? Everything's good. You can see me. You can see my ugly face. Nice. Nice. Okay, I just quickly want to get the little chat box. So, I mean, it's always better to just get a live streaming chat box open so you know what the hell's going on. Because if you look at OBS, then obviously there's always a delay, which sucks a bit. But yeah, let's quickly check there. That's that. That's that. That's that. So otherwise, everything good. You guys doing well? Okay, that's it. There you go. I say the brew, daar vat hy nou, ja, daar vat hy nou. The reason why I'm actually just wanted to go live though is there's quite a few people that's obviously visited me, and then they saw this display of mine at the back with all the mods, and they were really interested in me doing actually a live just to show you guys what mods I decided over the years to actually keep, and then they maybe get a better idea of what I find to be good mods though. But yeah, you must remember that I am what I call a mid-tier. I'm a mid-tier vapor, which basically means I don't dabble with the high end. I can't afford the high end, though, put it that way though. But I do. I do actually have one. I don't dabble with the high. I have one high-end mod now, which is, well, I would regard it as a high-end mod, which is this guy, which is the Daney. So yeah. And this guy's a couple of $1,000, but otherwise all the rest of my mods at the back is all, as I said, mid-tier, mid-level mods, and it's stuff which is affordable. The latest one which I actually got is this, which is the August GT, the August DGT from Vupu, which I think is a very good mod, to be quite honest. Listen, you must feel free to ask me any questions there. Don't be shy. Just want to open up the chat box over here. Just want to see there, because I doubt the little chat box is showing at the moment there. So let's just pop out this chat. Pop out chat over there. And let's copy that from there into OBS quickly. Just get the correct chat box going. Hopefully. This also doesn't give me any issues. But it should be fine. There you go. There you go. So now you can actually see the chat box there as well. So yeah, feel free to ask me any questions as we go along. And I'll, to the best of my abilities, will answer you if I know what the answers are. Just want to get that side. And Bob's your uncle. Alright, so we still only got 2 people here in chat. So I won't start showing the mods quite yet. So we'll wait for a few more. Okay, I use StreamYard much easier. Yeah, I must definitely start playing around with different stuff. I mean, at this point, I don't even mind paying for something else though, to get something going. Because I mean, I just want something stable. As soon as you go, you must just click stream, live, boom, and everything must work. You mustn't have all these different kinds of issues there. Tank vapes, I'd be interested in what you think the best custom coil. The best so far is the Blitzen. I had a guy earlier today, which was checking out the juice I'm busy mixing at the back. You can see there's my little mixer going at the back over there. But there was a guy which said that based on one of my videos, he actually bought the Tauren Beast and then he didn't come right with it and he sold it. But it was the first time he actually visited my house. So I told him, you must take a toot on the Tauren Beast, because this guy is an awesome RTA, but you gotta know how to wick it and you gotta know how to build on it. So I still love this guy. The Destiny I actually tried, but I gotta be honest, I did not play around with the Destiny too much though. But that which I did, I mean, I tried putting in the builds which I do in the Tauren Beast, which gives me super flavor, and I did that with the Destiny RTA, and I wasn't that impressed though. So I actually sold it within a few hours of receiving it. But apparently you need to play around with the Destiny a bit more though. It's very height specific and maybe a single coil or something like that. But yeah, you can try that though. The blotter, I had the blotter, but I mean, I had my reasons for selling the blotter, although I didn't think the blotter had bad flavor. I actually was kind of impressed with the blotter. I'm going to try and get I want to get the blotter mini, put it that way, because if I start showing you the mods which I have, and it's going to actually work in a few parts, because I've got levels there, certain things. So right at the top is your very much affordable mods, and then slightly down is your Steam Craves and your Lost Vapes, and those guys which I really enjoy. And then you get some SXs down at the bottom. But yeah, and then you will see a lot of them is dual battery mods, because I mean that is what primarily I'm into. When I go on holiday, when I go somewhere, that is what I enjoy the most, direct lung. But probably about 3 months ago, since basically almost in the start of lockdown, when people started going to or looking for tobacco juices, and I'd start making MTL juices and stuff like that. Then I started playing around with MTL and actually started enjoying it there. And this was the first MTL tank which I actually bought for myself, because I enjoy Steam Craves, the build, and we can say the manufacturing is awesome though. But they just had these huge atomizers, which I've still got at the back there in the display. But then I saw this. I never knew how they had the small one, which is the Atomizer 1.5, the light version, and it is absolutely a lovely. I mean, it's a better direct lung RTA than it is MTL. But I'm damn well enjoying this MTL from this Atomizer. Yeah, it's good shit, good stuff. So I'm new to the MTL realm. I actually had a Skyline, and I sold the Skyline. I had a Dwarf, and I actually sold the Dwarf as well. But at that point, when I actually sold it, I didn't enjoy RTAs which has got a single air intake there. But then this Precisio, I just had to get it because of the look of this. I think it's an absolute stunning looking, because it's so simplistic. And I think that's what also makes the Dwarf. I'm just gonna call it a Dwarf. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Dwarf, whatever, yeah, how you pronounce it. I mean, it's attractive in its simplicity. And the same with this. And I saw ST Vapes keep on vaping it on the Vape Team or the Vape Show. Can't even remember what show. And I got this, and I'm also very happy with this. Very happy. So I'm starting to play around with them. And by the way, I also got myself a stainless steel one of this. Let's quickly see. There's the Tauren. The Tauren is a phenomenal RTA, but as I said, you're going to get 10% of your people which is going to think it's fantastic, and 90% of them that try it is going to think it is junk. I don't mind. I mean, I'm happy with the Tauren to a point where I actually got 4 different Taurens. So for me, it works brilliantly. But people's palates differ. People's amount of airflow. A lot of people think it's restricted, but this is the restrictiveness, direct lungness, which I enjoy, is from this. So for me, it fits perfectly. Thank goodness, because it's a very affordable RTA. Very affordable. All right, so yeah, let's quickly see what is going on there. Yeah, 3 Destinies, Destiny RTAs. Yeah, I just think I sold my Destiny maybe too quick, and I will give it a second chance. like I did with, and it's weird, one of the RTAs which I know the people are going ballistic about, and I had it, I reviewed it, was not that impressed with the level of flavor. It takes nothing away from how good the RTA is, was the reload. Believe it or not. And when I saw people popping up more pictures and more posts of the reload and how much they enjoyed it, I actually got it again. I bought a second one. And damn it, I tried building on that thing again. I just couldn't get the flavor which I thought they were getting from the amount of raves which they were. So I just got rid of it again. So I just got, I don't know. So heaven knows how the new reload is. I just saw people also sold out everywhere. But then you see it starts popping up in the classifieds. And that worries me a bit though. But yeah, 3 Destiny RTAs, it seems almost foolproof. Not too much fun. Yeah, for us hobbyists, we like to struggle a bit though. We like to struggle a bit. And I mean, this was one of the big negatives of the previous Pasito. This is the Pasito 2, this fat version. I don't know if you saw the review, which I actually did posted earlier today. But the previous Pasito was very difficult to build on that RDA because of its because it's extremely small. It's a very delicate build. But I enjoyed it. I enjoy building on these RBAs. Unfortunately, I find that the flavor production from the RBAs for these small devices, now let's just call it all-in-one devices. Let's not call it pod devices. Maybe I scare the 3 viewers, which is here, scare them away. But I find the coils which they release with it actually better flavor producing than what the RBAs actually do. And that's just sad. So I'm yet to find a good RBA. But this one, I've got no idea why the people is going on about this Vupu tank. Yeah, I mean, it's very nice and cute, the way which you remove this. But for regarding flavor production, I'm not impressed with this at all though. But it's probably because of the flavor which I'm used to. Flavor which I know I can actually get. So yeah, sukkel ook met die beast, but then again, I can't wait for shit. I'll buy a beast from you. I've got no problem. If you got a stainless steel beast, because somebody bummed my stainless steel beast from me. I've still got the blue, I've got the black, I've got the gunmetal, but damn, I'm missing the stainless steel one. I'll buy it from you for sure. I crammed 2 times 3.5s in the blotter just barely, and it's all right. All it says, not enough room for airflow. Yeah, but the only thing, as I said, what made me angry about the blotter is, and because I have been a Thunderhead Creations fan for a very long time, I was probably I think the first South African Thunderhead Creations actually reached out to via Skype and asked me if I wanted to do a review of the Tauren Beast back in the day. After doing some research, I saw the deck and I thought, hey, bottom airflow, this thing has got potential, and it's actually got real honeycomb, not these round little holes which people call honeycomb. And I thought it's going to be good. So I said, yeah, for sure, I'll definitely review it. And then since then, they sent me the mech and they sent me the RDAs and the RDTA. Not happy with the RDTA. I must still try the max though, because if I see the guys give it 5 stars and 5 heart ratings and all that stuff, so I'll give that a bash. But was not impressed with the first RDTA. But they had I think it was the Tauren 1. I think so. But if you can have a look at that deck, and that's been released long before Dufpo actually released the blotter, you'll see so many similarities. And it just pissed me off, because at that point I was fairly loyal to Thunderhead Creations because they've been good to me, and I actually felt bad for them. So that was also part of my idea of, I had it in my mind for getting rid of it, because I felt it was not a carbon copy, but it was a lot of similarities which made me uncomfortable. So yes, I wanted Dwarf 24 download. You must watch Free BSD Hacker. I assume you're South African. Just watch the classifieds, man, in eSig SA. Occasionally they do pop up. And you can get one through there. Rocking the JKM, what a great little tank. Anyone got the Berserker 2, by the way? And give me an honest opinion about the Berserker 2. I don't want the hyped opinion. I want your honest opinion. Whether it's worthwhile getting the Berserker 2 as an MTL option. So it would be interesting there. Okay, Brew, black one. No, I've got the black one. My black one is on one of my mods over here, but it will pop up just now. There's my black one on one of my only surviving smock item which I have. But there's my black Tauren beast for sure. So I think I need to get some of the mods from the shelf and just show you currently what is in my collection. There is about 2 mods which I'm still waiting for, but they are in my possession. My brother-in-law from Canada actually bought it for me. I couldn't find here which I wanted that, and there's not a lot of people that like the Centaurus from Lost Vape, but I like the blue stabilized wood edition, and I found it over there, and he purchased it for me, so he sent me a photo that he's actually got it, so that I'm happy with. But otherwise, most of the mods which I have had in the past, got rid of, and felt so bad I actually wanted to get them back, I have actually retrieved all of them which I really liked, and current mods as well. So yeah, and this being one of them. I didn't think, I mean, I can't believe that Whooper actually brought out something like, I wasn't a drag fan. I know the drag was extremely popular. I just didn't like the look of the drag. But so that's obviously something personal. Not that it's a bad mod, it must be a great mod, because almost everyone had a drag. But this is more the type of look which I enjoy. Let's quickly see if we can take out, okay, there you can focus, there you can see. I think it's a really beautiful mod, and specifically this one. This blue and black version. I really like the look. Now it's just going to be a struggle getting a drip tip for this. Cheech, Victor should get a real job. Do you still use the dials off camera? No, but no, I don't use it anymore. There was a young builder which actually reached out to me. I haven't been using it for about 1.5 years, to be quite honest though. I made some small micro claptons for myself, yes. But and he asked me whether he can purchase, because you don't find those anymore. And I mean, I had 2 of the rigs with all the wire and everything, so he bought that from me. So no, I mean, they're spoiling me with coil. You'll see white collar coils at the top over there, hopefully, and they spoil me with excellent coils. So yeah, it's no need for me to actually use it. It was just taking up space. Tripod RTA message me. I have some. You're talking about this monkey nut. Yeah. The trilogy or the tripod. Hey KZOR, what do you think of the new Lost Vape Centaurus 250? As I said, I must still test it though. I've got one that I own. It's just in Canada at the moment. Brother-in-law, when as soon as he comes over, he will actually bring it. But I'm excited. I'm a Lost Vape fan, not the new Lost Vape mods. They look weird. But I mean, I like the old. I mean, the Therion, you will actually see when I go through the mods. I still have got a dual battery Therion. I've got a squonking Therion. I've got the Paranormal. And that's why I just wanted the Centaurus. I just wanted it. Except for the stabilized wood. I was hoping that the stabilized wood would actually hide those 3 screws on the sides. Because that basically was the only off-putting thing. I could still handle that it's a crossbreed between the Therion and the Paranormal. That I could still handle. If it's a good mod, it's a good mod. I don't mind. But those 3 screws actually worried me a bit though. So I thought the stabilized wood version would actually hide it. But yeah, no, when I got the photo, you can actually still see those screws fairly clearly. So there's just one edition, which I'm going to buy for myself, the Centaurus. And that's the Black Ostrich and the Abalone. Because I think the Abalone panels are the only ones which actually cover those 3 screws on the sides. But otherwise, no, I think it looks cool. Yeah, the tripod, yeah, Tauren RTA original. Not the one is hard to build right. It is. The build not, but it's more the wicking, which you have to know the density of the cotton. Because I mean it's very finicky regarding that, but if you get that right, it makes a world of difference for me though. But good, it's okay, similar to the 1.5 Berserker, but it's good. Okay, I found your channel with a mini coil video, and my first few attempts were fails in trying to. It's very hard. That the dialers, it took me a while and a lot of frustrations. I can't tell you how many places I visited to get the ball bearing swivels, to get the correct swivels. Because as soon as your desk is not an issue anymore, as soon as your guides aren't any issue anymore, as soon as the tension of your wire is not an issue anymore, then something else pops up. And one of them that gave me the biggest headache was getting the correct swivels, because that also makes a huge difference. And as I said, the slack on your wire or the tension on your wire, another thing. So it's going to take time, but once you get it right, it's just a great feeling. Okay, the drag went downhill after it sold to new owners. I didn't even know they had new owners. I still use my diodless. Okay, let's quickly get a few mods out here. With the reasons why I like them. I'll take them 3 by 3. So we're just going to do the top level tonight. Okay, so the first one, which I'm going to show you, might not impress you, but as I said, these are the mods which I like. Is this? This is the Manto S from Rinko. It is an extremely light mod. I don't know if other people might have issues with it. I have had 0 issues since I got this dual battery mod. It's got this nice little Minikin donut or Twinkie look to it there. Very simplistic, very cheap. But it just never failed me. And it was a mod which I consistently used over a period of 3 to 4 months. And I still like it though. That's why it's in there. So the Manto is my first little one. And then this, I just thought I had to keep one of these guys. But specifically the single though. The dual was slightly too heavy. Well, I felt it's too heavy for a squonker though. So I decided to keep the top side single for myself, because I enjoy the innovation of the juice getting into there, because I really liked it. And I know apparently the doors are starting to give people issues, but I mean, luckily my door is still good as gold. So I'm trying to look after these mods. But this guy I also liked. And then you're going to see something which is very old, and that's that. I don't know if you can remember, if anyone knows what this little mod is. It is a very old mod, but you should be able to figure it out. Okay. The EVIC VTC Mini. And the reason why I like this is this was one of the first, when I started vaping, this was one of the first mods which I actually had. And as you upgrade, because you don't think that you're actually going to become a hobbyist, and I love this thing. It's just great. And the best of it is this battery door. Lord knows why companies do not bring out more mods with this style of battery door. I mean, let's just take it an extra 18650. How difficult is it going to be to bring out mods? And that's the reason also why I like the Therions. But now it's always these bottom and the clips start giving issues, or you got these turnout things for the batteries. It's not more simple, and this thing has got amazing magnets in it. But this VTC, oh, I love it. I love it. So yeah, so those are the first 3 of my top shelf. Okay, so next 3. This guy, the Orion. And the reason why, obviously, because it's last vape, I just had to keep this carbon edition of mine. But I'm still hoping, and I cannot believe they haven't brought out an RBA for this. And that just sucks. But yeah, this little guy, I'm still hoping though. But otherwise, just for the fact that it's a last vape Orion, and I think this guy's still the little DNA one. So yeah, it's got a nice chip on the inside. That's cool. And then how can you have a collection without this? The little Wismic Relu, the 2 battery one, the dual battery one. You just got to have it. Absolutely. And I mean, there you go. Also, as I said, still not a fan of these battery doors, but as soon as if you look after it, it would probably last a long time. But this little color version, I really like this. Like the feel of this, and the size of the atomizers which can actually fit on top of this for this little small mod. I think it's great. It's great. And then we've got this. And I'm sure you all recognize this. Okay. Most people go for the double barrels. I actually had a double barrel, but was not too much a fan of the way which they put the screen on top and the juice actually, if it spills out, if you've got a dripper and you over drip, blah, 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 and the juice running over the display. I was not a fan of that, but I always loved the look of this. It just looks so nice. And the fact that you actually fire it with this button, you gotta like it. You absolutely gotta like it. So yeah, and I mean the battery door, no problems. No problems, but it's a good looking mod. The detonator from Squid Industries. So I rather decided to keep this than the double barrel. I just like the look of this thing more. Anywho, that's the next three. Let's see, is there anything else which you guys saying over there? Tesla Y85, been liking the Tesla. Yeah, I've also got one of my colleagues which have got the Tesla. He's really enjoying it, yeah. Midnight Frenzy, I dropped my TAC21 one time and it won't turn on anymore. That sucks. That sucks. All right, so the next three. Let's see, who knows the mods? Come on, type it in, type it in. Who knows this mod? And yeah, you can say it looks like the alien, but definitely doesn't function like the alien. Definitely. Dual battery. It's released by DuffPo. But this is the DuffPo V. Alright. This is the DuffPo V. And the reason why I like this DuffPo V so much is it's got a little on-off switch over there, which I really like. And it is a voltage mod. It's a voltage mod. Now, some of them actually, if you keep in those little two buttons, the plus and minus button, if you keep it in, the latest ones which have been released, you can swap it to a wattage mod. But I mean, I enjoyed it in voltage mode. It was so straightforward and simple with the on-off switch. I really liked it. So I actually had two. I had a black one, which I sold to somebody, and then I had a green one, which I gave to somebody in need, and I just missed it too much, so I just had to get myself another one. And I was actually lucky to get this. I think it still came from overseas. I think Heaven Gifts. That's why I got this guy. Yeah, so DuffPo V. That's this. And then for a bit of MTL action, I think this is a great mod as an option. This little Asmodus. And got the nice little green one. Also like the battery door, obviously. It's my little USB cable that popped out there. But yeah, very nice and small, nifty little mod. And I think this little mod is absolutely great for a bit of MTL action. Getting a nice little black with a little green tip. It would look the bomb. Nice times, nice times. And then this. VGuard 200 Elite. I've actually got two of them. Two of these guys. And yeah. The only reason why I got two is I had issues with my battery door, with the contacts. And what I did is, this specific one, you can actually see it there. So what I tried to do is just bend up one of the contacts. And when I did that, it actually broke off. And then a guy tried to fix it for me there. But still giving the same issue. It does work. With certain batteries, it works great. But it's always in the back of the mind. But you always wanted to work with all the batteries. So I saw a guy actually advertise he's well looked after. And then I just bought it again. Another one. So I can have a complete one with a totally functioning battery door. But as I said, this one's nothing. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with this. And I think it's a beautiful, beautiful mod. I think it's a very nice looking mod. The first one which I actually had a very rare issue. And it was actually a weird issue that when you use it though, it started heating up in this area, in the area of the fire button, which was very strange. And then I contacted VGuard overseas, and they told me that if I am prepared to pay postage, because remember, I didn't buy it from them new though. I bought it secondhand in South Africa. And then they told me, no, but it's fine. If I can get it to them, then they will have a look at it. And I got the money and I sent it to these guys, VGuard. And not long after that, probably three weeks at most, they sent me back a brand new one. Huh? On the house. Ain't that very nice of VGuard? Very nice, brand new one. And they found that there was an electrical fault on the inside. But yeah, it was very nice of them. I've got to take off my hats from there. So yeah, the Dafbo Guardian. Daniel all the way from China. Thomas K, greetings. Hi there. Need a glass display. All my old mods are in a box. Still have my old iStick 30 watts. Veronica, I was actually looking for an iStick 30 watt because I also thought that it was a little great mod. But well, the only thing that bothers me is the fact that they've got these internal batteries that at some stage of usage you're going to lose that mod, and that is a pity because that little mod is also an iconic mod. Absolutely. So on the top shelf there's only going to be 2 mods left. And one of those 2 mods is a mod that I never thought I would find. Never thought. But it was a mod which I had. I just had different color configuration. But before we get to that mod, this is one of my mods which I bought very early on. You should be able to recognize this though. The Hotsig DX75. And I just thought this is a fantastic mod for the way it sits in the hand. Awesome for its time which it actually came out. But it does take a little fat battery. And it's got one of these screw-in jobs, which I don't like. But as I said, I just like the look of this and I like the feel of this. And I mean, I enjoy Hotsig. I've still got another Hotsig in any case though. But yeah, the DX75. I thought this was a cool mod. And hence I decided to keep it. Never sold it, kept it. Comes in a nice little wooden box, typical the Hotsig boxes. But yeah, that is nice. The Pico OG, the Brew, they are also one of the good mods, but I unfortunately did not like the look of the Pico. Did not like the look. That little fat cap, the back which you turn over for the battery, which sticks out. But I know it is a good mod. So please don't quote me on saying the mod sucks. It is a good mod. It's just about aesthetics. I just did not like that look. And it's the same with these new mods which they're starting to release. I saw Rockfisher actually advertised 2 of them. I had a similar one which somebody brought me in and to ask me if I wanted to do a review on it. Just want to see what the name of that mod is quickly. Be there now. You guys should know the mod's name, man. He advertised it in the classifieds. Just want to see there. The one is the Mix by Aspire and Sunbox, and the other one's the Easy mod from Ambition Mods and Sunbox, which looks very similar though. But if I had to pick one, I'd take the Mix between those 2. I'd definitely opt for the Mix. But the one which the guy brought me, the biggest issue I have with those kind of mods is because you have got this one side which is elevated and actually have to screw in your RTA. The one which the guy brought me blocked the airflow on one of the sides of the RTA. No matter what RTA I try to put in there, and I know they do differ. Sometimes you're lucky and screw it in and your airflows are not blocked by the one side of this mod. But that happened with that specific mod. And I think that put me off from that type of style mods. You tried your luck removing the core of the wire ropes yet? Thomas K, I have not. I have not removed that yet though. I still have got the, I almost said dead rabbit, oh my word. the profile RDTI. I still have it though. But yeah, Thomas K gave me the advice. And he said that if you have got any of these type of RDTAs which use the stainless steel rods, like the Brunilde or this guy, then what he does, just get out this box, and it's one of those, the hardest the hardest atomizers to remove out of a box. You have to squeeze it from the bottom. Check how this thing's deep pressed. But in any case, and I think they do include a spare rod somewhere. Yeah, there is a spare rod, but don't worry. Just quickly use one of these. So what Thomas says, because apparently these RDTAs are big in Germany. What they do is you just seems like just turn this guy, just get to loosen a bit though, and then they remove one or maybe two of the rods in the middle of these. You know, this is our whole collection of rods, but one of these small little cables or two of the small little cables on the inside, just to get juice to move up quicker though. And apparently if you can get that right, these type of RTAs are the bomb. Am I right, Thomas? You guys say we must pay more attention to it. We don't know how to build this, and I agree. I mean, I'll be the first one to, but I review it for somebody who actually buys it and uses it as is. But I have to admit, I haven't played around with different tricks to get it saturated a lot more though. And when you're used to stuff like this, which saturates quickly, and you vapor at 80 watts, that is basically the medium where I vape the most. And then you get this guy where I cannot vape 4 or 5 of the style of vapes which I take after one another with this. I just feel those rods do not saturate quick enough there. But it would be great if somebody comes up with a little trick like you said, and it actually works. Then it would be nice, because the flavor production on this guy was actually impressive. It was one of the better, especially in RDA mode. But because your coils and your airflow is going to be the same position, whether you use it as a RDTA or RDA, it still gives you great flavor in both those options. So yeah, but it's still here. IVP, the IPv5, yeah, no. I've got one of those Majobbies. Okay, I think I've got the 6, but we'll do that in a different feed. Now the mod which I want to show you is this. Now you saw the small Wismic earlier though. This is one of the originals. And what's nice about it, it's got a button at the bottom, which you just flip and then it opens up. It opens up your battery door. And then you've got a dual battery mod. But you also get an additional door, where you can put this door on and then you convert this mod to a 3 battery mod, 3 18650. And it was also one of those mods which came out. I'm still looking for the DNA Reload version. That I can't find. This is the normal one. This was the cheaper one. But I'm still very happy that I actually managed to get this guy from someone. That was a big bonus for me though. But I wouldn't mind if I can find the DNA Reload anywhere. Or somewhere, if anyone's got that. But this is what I like about this mod. I mean, it's also got that great form factor as a dual battery mod. And it's reliable. It's just reliable. So one of those little classics which I felt I wanted in my collection. And that is good. The Coolfire Ultra, no messing with separate batteries. Just press your tweezer in the middle at the one end. Okay, there you Thomas gives you the advice. Then you can just pull it out on the other side. Okay, so you've got that. When you've got the small little rod, take something with a sharp point and just get hold of it, press out one of those things, and then just pull it out. So no need to loosen them. Takes 1 minute. Okay, cool. Yeah, the RX-23, but I did show the RX-23. But this is the Reload, the old one, the old good one. Reload. Oh, this is the RX. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Now to come to think of it. Yeah. But yeah, I just think this is awesome that they actually gave this guy with And even still have sleeves for these. They still sold sleeves for them. So nice rubberized sleeve. So that is the mods which I have got on the top shelf. That's that. So those also are the cheapest mods. I think those at the bottom are slightly more expensive. The road just below that. But I think that we'll keep for a next live session. Except if you really wanna see them, because I've still got atomizers which I must also go through at a specific stage. So I know there's probably things on television which you want to go and watch, because I see the questions are few and far between. But now let's quickly just pour in my juice which I make for myself. Let's get that off the stirrer. There you go, man. Look at that. Just to top up my favorite all-day vape of all time, my version of lime slushy. I always have to have at least 6 bottles fully prepped with juice, because the one bottle is in my car, the other bottle is in my school bag, and then I've got a bottle next to my bed, and then I also have got spare bottles at the back behind me. And when I say I top it up, I top it up. But this juice, oh my word, I don't know what I'm going to do if they stop selling one of these ingredients. Heaven knows. Then I'll have to switch over probably to something else. Probably have got no choice to do that though. But this is just one of those things which you can vape in the winter, you can vape it in the summer, all day long. Whether your wife makes you angry, whether she's in a good mood, doesn't matter. Whether you're frying a bit of meat, whether you're reading a book. Ek sê vir jou, hierdie sous is nom. For me. I like it, okay? You might have tried it and says it sucks, but I like it. Just to prove to you that I'm not lying. There's my extras, which must be always 6 loaded. Alright, always 6 loaded in the house. You have to. Alright. Now I've got to tell you, I don't often do juice reviews. But I bought a couple of MTL juices from someone. And one of those juices, I wanted to show it to you. But there was a guy earlier and I just gave it to him. The bottle cost 300 Rand for 30 ml of 20 milligram Nic salts. And the company is called Element. And I know Element has got good juices, because I've heard a lot of them. But this juice was something which I think was called a lime cookie. And I enjoy lime. I do. But this thing sucked big time. Oh, that flavor. I just couldn't handle that flavor. And luckily, the guy which I gave it to, he sent me a message earlier and he actually says he's enjoying it though. I can read you the message if you do not believe me. I can even show you the message. But maybe you will see his name and he might not like that. Da-da-dee-da, da-da-dee. There you go. In Afrikaans. The juice which I obviously made is amazing. It's this one. But I've been doing it for 4 years, man. This is a strawberry wafer. And when somebody said that it was a very nice strawberry, he said he had to try it. He's a big strawberry fan, so I actually concocted up a bottle for him. But then he also said that the lime, MTL, is working for him. So yeah, I'm just saying for me. I didn't like the flavor of that lime cookie from Element. Oh my crap sack. Never want to taste it again. And I struggled my arse off getting it out of the pods, because I had it in the Vigo, which I also reviewed earlier. I had it in there. And the Vigo's actually got very nice flavor. So before you guys actually think I'm just saying good stuff because they send it to me for free. I almost think today after the Pasita, I don't think Smohan's going to send me anything again. just because I said it doesn't look cool. But I do like the Pasito. But I mean, let's face it, have a look at this. This thing is big, it's huge. But why would you buy something this big with a 2500 milliamp battery on the inside to use a small little drip tip portion thingy at the top? No, you're not. You're not. So yeah, it's just awkward. You're going to get the same performance, you're going to get the same flavor from something a lot smaller that actually looks nicer. But as I said, that adapter, as soon as you can put something else, your own atomizer on it, makes a big difference. Yeah. I must join. What was the juice called? What juice? The one which I like. Tieners, I think you know it, man. I think you've all ordered it. It's blimey. That lime slushy. You can see the the amount of creases in this bottle from the amount of times I actually refilled this guy, which is actually a very good ad for these little gorilla bottles as well. I look mooi. Yeah, but now taste will always be subjective. Taste will always be subjective, for sure. And hence the reason I don't like doing juice reviews. I tell people straight up, they can send me their juices. If it's nice, I will definitely mention it on one of my videos which I do, or one of the lives which I do. But going out there and telling them about all the nuances which you experience during the inhale at that specific temperature, while you're thinking of this specific river flowing past your house and all those kind of stuff, it's just all too much subjective. And I've been disappointed too much in the past from juices which people said was great, and I just wasted money on that. And hence jumping in to do it yourself and making a range of juices which I enjoy. So yeah, that's lekker. Ja, Pier, ek's mal oor blimey. Blimey is, oh, this thing. But as I said, for me, people that don't like lime, I just love lime. I'm just looking for an awesome lemon vape. I'm looking for a fresh lemon vape. And I've actually got so much lemons which I've tried. There's one from Flavor Express. I've got sour lemon. I've got Malaysian lemon. There's a Malaysian lemon and lime over here. And I just can't get to a fresh lemon like this. Blimey, gives you that fresh. I actually had to bring down the freshness of this lime with a milkshake base. That's to show you how fresh that guy actually was. But yeah, no, this blimey is the shites. But Fred, there's a lot of people that's got the Vupu Argus GT. Gee whiz, man, just go and Google it and just put a CO.ZA at the back. I'm sure you're probably going to have about 15 vendors that pop up that currently stock it. So yeah, they might be sold out already, but you're definitely going to get the Vupu Argus. I mean, I bought mine from Vape, which is a South African vendor. So they're definitely available. Never do a rip tripper. Yeah, old rip tripper. But, you know, the people can be hard on him. And all right, fair and well, they judge him for what he said based on his comment on the reviewers being paid. And I mean, if you're at their level, heaven knows what's really going on there. I mean, I can obviously, as a South African reviewer with 6,280 subscribers, there's no doubt in anyone's mind if I say I've never earned anything from one of the companies except what they send me. That's my payment, is that which they send me. Videos being demonetized, I in any case was never at a level, even though when it was monetized, for getting any cash for this. So I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this to play around with these things. That's what I'm in it for. I enjoy it though. And then obviously the occasional chat. And I do know I don't go live often enough. I do, but it's difficult getting a time. Because I mean, it's discouraging when you go live and you want to go live and there's only 7 or 8 people or 12 people. So if you guys don't mind that, it doesn't bother me either. I'll go live with one guy, chatting for an hour long with one guy. But then you must put in some questions for me. Ask me some questions, but don't ask me the questions those guys ask Vaping Fagan. Those are weird questions. Those guys are delving in a world where I don't want to go in. I don't want to talk about semen and all that kind of stuff, arseholes and stuff like that. But yeah, but what I wanted to say about Rip Tripper is, do you guys honestly blame him? I mean, the guy made money, and then when the money dried up because of COVID, he started searching for a different avenue. That was his means of income. So yeah, he obviously had to do something else. But now that companies are starting producing again, sending out there, and because he's a huge marketer, make no mistake, whether his opinions, whether you agree or don't agree, the point is he's being watched. He would not have 1 million plus I think 1.3 million subscribers. And the companies are prepared to pay for that kind of coverage. Because I mean, it's like you advertising something and immediately 15 or 20 newspapers or magazines publish your thing immediately. That's the type of coverage they get when he actually looks at it. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't buy into his health thing though. Vaping, zero nicotine coming back just for the... I don't know. But those guys, as I said, they run on different realms as what I do. Ek's 'n boertjie onder in die Kaap, man. Wat weet ons eet biltong en drink brandewyn en coke en hou daarvan om 'n ribbietjie op die vuur te gooi, jy weet mos. So yeah, Candy King lemon drops is a really good lemon in my opinion. I'll have to give them a try. As I said, I'm just looking for a nice lemon. If I can get a nice flavoring, which is going to work, then I can do my own one. But it's just finding that perfect lemon flavoring. And you can say, but why don't you just go and buy the 10 different flavorings? Here are people, if I must show you all the... partly you can see at the back there. Just look at some of the little juice bottles there. Look at all the little juice bottles lying around. It's just juice bottles. At the back there, that thing is full of juice little bottles. You know how much I have spent on concentrates. Do you think I want to go that route again? So no, I'd just like somebody to tell me, listen, if you're looking for a fresh lemon, boom, try that concentrate. Put a bit of lemonade, put a bit of ice there, whatever the case. But then you're gonna be sorted, and that I will like. He stopped being relevant way before COVID-19. I mean, yeah, I'm not subscribed to Rip Tripper in any case, though, so. But I don't blame the guy. Let him do what he needs to do to earn the money, to look after his family. I mean, he's obviously got a wife and kids. So, yeah, and bottom line, that's what it's about. So, yeah, you know what's going on, so why make life difficult for the guy by being nasty on his channel and putting all negative remarks? It's like one guy today. Oh, my word. I was called arrogant. But the thing is, if you start letting these things bother you, then you shouldn't be in the game. But I know I did that Hammer of God review. And I did a build on there, I think it was 0.16, I think, which is obviously not what you're supposed to do with these mix. I know you're not supposed to do it, but I just forgot to mention in the video, no one else must do that. But I watched a video where a guy did that, and then he said that there were contact points that melted. Now, I know it wasn't my Hammer of God, but I was prepared to buy the guy a new one in case that was, and I just wanted to test that. So yeah, obviously do not do that. Go for 0.35 and higher when you work with those mix, please. But because I forgot to mention it, this guy says, no, you so unsafe, and the people are going to die because of you, and blah blah blah. And I said, listen, I'm sorry. So yeah, and then he called me arrogant. So. Hoeveel persentasie ys sit jy in Blimey? One of the concentrates which I actually use have got ice in it, but I add an additional. Now, normally if I want a lot of ice in something, the only ice which I use is this. Okay, there it focuses. WS23, the 30% one. And for the amount of ice which I like, I normally push it up to 1.4. That's the percentage which I actually add for the amount of ice. But as I said, one of the flavorings which I use for Blimey already has ice in it. So I just add an additional 0.4 to it though. but it's at that specific level, at that 1.4, 1.6 level. Clint Buta, great channel, thank you KZOR. It is difficult to start making your own juices, and is it difficult and cost effective? Yeah, it's much easier now because you've got the forum, and the forum there's a lot of posts, a lot of topics which I've got to do with juices and recipes and stuff like that, and because you've got this whole network of guys, they're going to tell you this is the best coffee, and that's the best vanilla bean ice cream, and that's the best that. Back in the day, you didn't have that wide amount of people which contribute all that information. So you actually had to go out to go and buy the different vanilla bean ice creams, to go and buy the different watermelons, to go buy blah, 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 blah. And that was extremely costly. But if you know that this is a great apple, and that is a great lychee, and that is a great... And you can just go and buy those things and get your own percentages to get something which is nice for you. In that case, it's cost effective for sure. If you find a recipe which you like and your percentage level is around, let's say 14 to 18% of flavoring inside your juice, of course it's going to be very cost effective for sure, definitely much cheaper than you're going to actually pay inside the shops. But those guys ask that. They've got overheads, they've got designers for the labels which they've got to do, they've got bottles, they've got people to pay inside, electricity, they've got all those kind of things. So obviously they need to charge a certain amount, so you can't blame them. But for the amount which I vape a crap lot. If you're going to vape your 30, well, let's say your 5 to 20 milliliters a day, then it's fine buying a bottle for sure. But I mean, I comfortably probably vape, gee whiz man, sometimes close to 60 mils I can pocket a day. Comfortably. So yeah, it all depends on what I'm busy with at that specific moment. But yeah, if you've got a correct setup, and you've got a direct lung setup, and you've got a dual coil Atty that's thirsty, juice can go like that. How long have you been doing reviews? I haven't heard or seen you before 3 days ago. Oh my word. I've been doing, you can go back because I can't even remember. I think the first thing which I reviewed, I still have, was this. Believe it or not, it's this. And this is one of 2 mech mods which I actually own. But I reviewed this because it was a South African which actually made it. And it is so well made. You can even see there, the guy's name is called Paddy Vapes at the bottom. Paddy Vapes, number 36. And because it's South African and it is a mod which works, and I got into vaping, I just had to have one of these. We actually made a few different type of mods. And then people started asking me, what does it look like? How does it work? Etc. etc. So I tried to make a simple video for them. And they actually liked the video. And I think if you go back, you're going to see that this is my first video which I actually posted on this. And it works. Since then I started doing videos. I think of the camera which I had was the plain Logitech C920, which I bought back in the day. I think it cost me 1,000 and something, 1,600. But I've never used a different camera than that. And I do have a very good camera. There's my cam. If you look at the nice shots which I post close up, this is with a macro lens on top of this, but the nice shots which I post on Facebook when I do certain builds, it's this camera which does it. And I do want to start doing close-ups with this, but what I need and I can't find is a streaming card. I just can't find in South Africa one which is good and affordable. I mean, now I'm prepared to pay 1,000 Rand or 1,500 Rand for a good streaming card. I just can't. But I can't use this without a streaming card running to my computer. And that's the problem with this. Anywho, because I want to do it through that, because the microphone which I use is plugged into my computer already. So I want everything inside. I know I can put a microphone on here as well. But I already got this Rode microphone, which is a very nice microphone. So I don't want to go and spend anything additional. My nick level now is 3. I think my nick level for a long time have actually been on 3 though. Sometimes I vape 0. When I get devices and I want my family's opinion, or when I make juices and I want my family's opinion, then I make 0 nick juices. So because obviously you don't want to introduce nicotine to them though. Not that I think nicotine is a huge problem. Otherwise caffeine would obviously be a huge problem. But you get such a limited people that is actually, I feel, that is addicted to the nicotine. Else they would be addicted to caffeine as well, because both of them fall under the same category. I think there's other components inside a cigarette which is more the addictive, besides maybe the habit of smoking. But so yeah, but if I make for them, I also vape the 0. I just like to add a bit more because that adds to the bit of the throat heat to it though, and I think it enhances slightly flavor, especially VG nicotine. It does. Kom ons kyk, wat is daar nog? Falcon is the best 8 bay. Yeah, I felt so bad, man. One of my, well, not a colleague of mine, one of my friends asked me to organize a battery charger for him. So I thought I'd recommend this. And I think within a week, this thing died on him. So I must actually still exchange it. But yeah, I feel so bad taking something back, especially in this time when people are not allowed to actually sell things and they need to make money, and then take this back to a guy who's just opened his business. So I'm just leaving it here and hope I'm getting can get another one secondhand somewhere to just give to my mate. But yeah, I'm not happy with that one. The one which I use is still working. And that's the X-Star. Now you can't see that far there. But I mean, I've been using the X-Star VC4. And that thing just keeps on working though. Just pop in batteries every day and take out the batteries, and that guy just works, just charges. So I think the X-Star is the way to go. But I'm going to give Nightcore another chance. I actually have got on my order list from Health Cabin, where I got this from. Hey, the Chroma R. And still can't understand why local vendors don't have this mod. This is an awesome MTL mod. Awesome. Esh Makadesh. And I've got some brain freeze in there. This, I think the local guys will know this. Okay, it's going to focus now. It should there. Brain freeze. But that's what I got in there at the moment. So in any case, from a Health Cabin, I'm going to, of course, something which I really like, and I'm trying to get everything 18650 compatible. It's the first thing which I actually got is this little torch, which is an awesome torch, by the way. I mean, this thing is so bright. I can show, you see, you just disappear off the screen. You just disappear off the screen. But I mean, look at that brightness. From a single 18650, and it's got 3 different modes. It can be heavy bright, or you can make it slightly dimmer, or even more dimmer. Lekker for braaiing, looking at your choppies in the dark. But I'm ordering, this is not Nightcore, by the way. This is a bit more, better quality. Look at my dog, so excited. Cola, take a chill pill. I'm getting one of my those headsets that takes the 18650 with 1000 lumens. But that I'm going to get from Health Cabin. You guys could actually go and check out a Health Cabin. They've got some very, very nice electronic stuff as well, especially chargers in the car, Type-C chargers for your car, cables, everything. So they don't only sell mods and ATIs or vape-related gear. They've also got an electronic section. Go and check it out. Check it out. And it's way cheaper than it is here. Hey, Stefan Forsier van Mosselbaai. Ja, for FreeBSD, I don't know, young, that I've never known Nightcore. I know it was popular. I know they brought out that mixer, but I mean, I've got one of the laboratory mixers, which I organized myself. Though I first had a one of those magnetic stirrers, but it's also a hot plate. And then I started realizing, but if you actually turn it on to warm though, it causes chemical reactions to actually take place, and it does affect your juice. Weirdly enough, I just thought heat it up a bit though. Out of my science knowledge, particles are going to bump into one another more often though. You understand that, eh? And then mix a lot quicker. So no, I just didn't like the way my juices actually came out with it hot plate activated. So I just got a normal laboratory magnetic stirrer though. But that's one of those little things. Lowering my nickel level 3 to 2 milligram. I'm consuming about 40 mils a day. You're not far off from me though. Usually I vape 20 mil a day at 3. Do you think it is possible to go zero nick? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can go zero nick. Just bring down your just move up your PG level and bring down your VG level as well, because that also helps with a bit of throat heat. Don't go too far though, because then your juice is going to become too thin. But I mean, I like it at a 40-60 range, and I know most juices being sold is a 30 PG and a 70 VG. But yeah, I enjoy it 40-60. That's how I like it though. So yeah, you can go zero. Absolutely. I mean, you get strong flavors where you're not even going to notice the absence of nicotine. So I think it's a lot all in the mind. I mean, I can give you a juice which you're going to vape here, and I can tell you it's got 6 milligrams of nic in, and you're going to believe me until I tell you it's got 0 in. So yeah, depends on your concentrates as well. You can get throat heat from certain concentrates, mixing it strong enough. Got a Nightcore I2, I4 and D4 all been faultless. So yeah, you get your guys who are lucky with certain things. As I said, here's a perfect example of something which has died for most people, but mine is still alive. Not that it might not die, but it's still alive. So yeah, you do get batches which just don't give issues, and then you do get batches which give issues. But that's everywhere. That's with all products. In any case, though. So Nightcore might have his success stories for sure. How much is the Grvelken? The Dremel with a stirrer added. Are you serious, Vegas? Where's my Dremel? I've got a Dremel here. Yeah. Are you talking about this job? This oak? And then you put a stirrer on that side. Now that would work. that would work. And but be careful, because certain concentrates also tend to foam when you stir them too much. I had a citrus flavoring, and I had a cream base flavoring that actually frothed when you mix them too quick. So yeah. What else is there? Yeah, but Midnight, you like your clouds, man. I mean, if I take this guy, let's take this. This is a 40-60. Let's vape this at 90 watts. Torrent beast at 90 watts. You can get more than enough clouds with your PG up. And remember, PG also enhances your flavor. The only downside of PG is, well, besides that it thins out your juice, is that some people could be sensitive for PG. But luckily I'm not. Now you tell me, ain't that enough clouds? How much clouds is enough? Huh? That is more than enough. But what I do gain is I get more flavor when I push it down to 40-60 than I do with 30-70. So yeah. Lordy Lord, that's nice. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Any more questions? Any nice movies which you guys have seen? I started watching that. I think it's Down to Earth, or with Zac Efron, which actually goes around and visits countries who have got certain measures in place which provides better health options for the people. Gee, you guys must have a look at that though. I actually watched the first 4 episodes after one another because I enjoyed it so much. but it kicks off in Iceland. And that Iceland, yeah, those oaks are energy efficient, I tell you. Energy efficient. But it's because they've got all this steam coming up from the bottom, which they can use, and they've got water falls which they can generate hydroelectricity with. But they're very interesting. The carbon dioxide, which they look at what I'm talking about now. You might not even be interested in it, but I don't care. I'm going to tell you because I find it interesting. Is the carbon dioxide which they produce, while actually as a byproduct of the production of the electricity, they pump back down into the earth for more than a mile. They pump it down, and at that pressure which that carbon dioxide experiences, one of two things can happen with it, it seems. It can either combine with rocks and actually form what is called pyrite, which you guys, I think it's pyrite, which is fool's gold. Or it can crystallize, and it forms this almost like a quartz crystal, which you actually see, a milky quartz crystal. But it's interesting. I found it extremely interesting. Okay, thanks, KZOR. Yeah, I'm also going to sign off very quickly. I don't want to hold you guys up. I mean, I think we've been busy for about an hour and 10 minutes now. But yeah, if you want to go live again, if you want me to do this more often, just give me a time when it's actually best for you guys. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Saturday, Friday evenings, or during the week. But I know this was basically just a test to actually run tonight, just to see if everything's still working there and getting everything to work if it's not working there. TKO 9 carat, I haven't tested the TKO 9 carat, the Geek Vape Ages. Yeah. One thing I'm also looking for, if you know of anyone in South Africa that has one that actually wants to sell one, I'm looking for the Ages Squonker, but specifically the black and the blue one. Okay, so if you hear of anyone, just give me a tinkle, please, man. Okay, so that's the reason why you go for high VG. Yeah, but that totally makes sense. As I said, certain people are sensitive to PG. Definitely. So yeah, let's just quickly go back to my 80 watts where I enjoy this the most. That's good. That's good. So yeah. But I gotta say, I mean, since White Collar has been sending me coils, the quality of their coils is better than the quality which I in any case made with the dideless. I just wanted to show you the basics on the dideless. Remember, you're not going to make anything more complicated than a frame staple. And frame staple is a very nice coil to make. But because of the design of a frame staple, that's what you can do. It's the most complicated coil which you can do with the dideless. Using everything about the dideless, put it that specific way. You obviously can do aliens as well, but then you're going to have to use a hand drill with that, or more. It's going to be easier to do that though. So there are other methods of making aliens which is a lot easier than the dideless. So that's my whole point of the dideless videos. I'm not sure whether they're going to bring out another one. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. But I couldn't take my videos further about the dideless than I actually did. So there's no point in people commenting under those videos and saying, please bring out more. There is nothing more to bring out. There's nothing more which I can make. I tried off camera. I tried to make more things, obviously, but it failed. And hence I didn't post those videos. So yeah, perfect for Claptons. Perfect for Claptons. Very quick to make Claptons, for sure. I used to take it when I did detention duty at school. For those who don't know, I'm a teacher, biology teacher. I took my dideless along. And then while the kids are busy doing their work, which they're supposed to do during detention, I made Claptons. And what I did is I just took my clamped it to one of the benches, took a long piece of wire, about 3 meters. And because I had those two tables next to one another, and then there's just this thing Clapton. I think 328 cores, which I did. Clapton that whole length. And that kept me busy, and during that session of hour and a half or whatever I did detention, I made a hell of a lot of Clapton coils, but most of them I actually gave away for sure. Okay, anything else? Please just think about a best time. if you want me to go live. I still want to do the rest of those mods as well, because I promised the guy I will actually do that though. You must just tell me when you would be available, the best time, and I'll take the majority of you into account. Obviously, you can't make everyone happy. And then we go live and I show you the rest of my collection, which, as I said, is affordable. Some of you might just need to save up a bit more though, but it's just one of those things. So yeah, so I'm going to sign off now. You can comment underneath the video once it's actually gone through and goes up. Just comment the best time for these kind of things. But yeah, so yeah, thank you very much for joining, you guys. I really appreciate it though. It always sucks sitting here when you're not alone and just having the chat box open. It feels as if there's a lot of people, which is good. So yeah, have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and stay safe. Don't be stupid. Cheers. This is KZOR signing over.